Hello friends, this is Hasan Barry Durmaz. I am the property manager at Rocky Knob Apartments here at Shippensburg, Pennsylvania, next to the university right here. And this is a very, very important message, actually vital to the economic welfare of my family in service to you primarily. I'm speaking to my tenants, the guys at Shippensburg University, and your parents. This message is especially for you. And so let me start by saying there's a proverb that goes like this: the first one to make his case seems right until his neighbor comes and examines him. And that was said by King Solomon of ancient Israel. In other words, I'm here to give some clarification as to some real grievous things taking place here at Rocky Knob with management between me and Cumberland Valley Property Management. I don't work for them as an employee. I am in my own business, an independent contractor for them. And so some of you may have heard from them, and now this is me providing the other viewpoint, or I could be the first one who's making my case to you, and then they need to have an opportunity, Cumberland Valley needs to examine me. And that's what I'm about, is that I'm available to be questioned. And that's to say that oath-taking is not the greatest way we get to the truth. It's actually cross-examination. All right, that's what goes on in our courts of law. That's how we find out what's really going on. What is the truth? For those of you who don't know, I was invited to take on this opportunity in Florida. I lived in Florida for 4 years, and the gentleman who built these buildings and is the true owner of this property invited me. He was in my living room. I got to meet him through a mutual friend. That was last year, and I came up 3 times in July, October, and November. I was here actually for Thanksgiving week, and we had Thanksgiving with this family in question. They are the family behind Cumberland Valley Property Management. So we explored this opportunity, and it made sense to us, so that we moved up here at the end of January. We got up here right at the beginning of February, and we executed a management agreement with Cumberland Valley here on February 16th of this year. Okay? And as of today, this is my only source of income. It's a part-time endeavor, and I want to let you know that my work is an excellent work. And even though it is a part-time compensation, it does require a full-time effort, because there has been neglect here for years, as some of you know. And it's just important to know that this is a part-time endeavor. And a little bit about our family, that we were in Japan for 3 years before Florida. We're back, obviously, and we are rebuilding, but it's it's been a lean time. It's slow, but it's peaceful, because I'm not getting entangled with modern living. But we are currently living 25% below the federal poverty guidelines for a family of 7. And you can go online. I have that document. I don't have it right in front of me. But you can go online and look that up. For a family of 7, right now, it's $40,000 a year, just at the poverty line. We're actually 25% below that, based on what we earned last year, which was $30,000. Okay. My family is literally under assault by a Pennsylvania corporation, which is Cumberland Valley Property Management. And how is it that we're under assault? This past Tuesday, that organization came in brute force and essentially raided my office like an IRS raid, like just seizing things. They took all the keys, all the leases, anything that has Cumberland Valley on, which it is their property. But I have been given, by right of contract, I'm their exclusive agent to govern and manage these properties for them as their agent. Okay? But in coming and seizing things with brute force, they were not going to leave without getting these things. No due process was afforded. And they posted on all the buildings this notice to let them know that there's a change in management, that I'm no longer the man in question here, and even to say that there should be no communication between you guys as the tenants and myself. And I say that's balderdash. That just gives you a piece of evidence as to what kind of character these people are, to think that in this country you can't freely associate with whomever you want. All right, we have an amendment that protects that from the federal government intruding on that, and here we have a private business corporation dictating us like that. All right, and so by trying to even forbid the communications, that is an attack on the American way of life right here at Rocky Knob. There's some ugly things going on in our country, but actually those things are going on right here, and I'm here to appeal to you that we can have victory and prevail over these attacks to our American way of life. And so what's going on here is that Cumberland Valley Property Management is actually manipulating a termination with me. They gave me this letter of release for my contract, okay? And yet, here's my contract, and I've looked this over numerous times, both these documents, and there's no violation cited in this release of my contract. There's no violation cited about the management agreement. And I'm actually talking to a lawyer about this. All right. There's no violation. What's going on is that there's character deficiencies and a lust for power and a love of money. Okay. Cumberland Valley Property Management cares nothing for people development. They just go after the money. And I'm sorry to say that because I want to do good things with them. And I've been very open about that with them. They've been communicating a very attractive opportunity for me and my family, but it is not materialized. It's been just the shallowness of just words only. Okay. But I want you to know, as you get to know me, if you choose to, that I am a seasoned business owner between two businesses for 29 years in Oregon and in Japan. I excel in management, administration, governance, workflow processes, and organization. I do bring order to confusion, and I have many testimonial letters from clients down in Florida and Oregon to substantiate that I do serve people, that the money component is there, but serving people and excelling in the product or service that we're bringing them. That's what I do. All right. And so I have their termination letter, which is not a termination letter. They call it a release of contract, and there's a little bit of wordsmithing compared to my management agreement. And so I feel compelled to, because I see manipulation here of the termination, I feel compelled to maintain my post and not just leave because they are demanding it, amazingly. Okay? And so what I want to know and have you voice is, what is your conclusion as my tenant and parent, dad and mom, what is your conclusion about the management that's going on since I've taken over from previously the last several years? Do you see a contrast between the two? I'd like you to get ready to take action with that. And that's to say, I would like to share this problem together. I need your help. I need allies. And there's a principle that two are better than one. You know, good things happen through individuals. History has shown that. But two are actually better than one. There's leverage there. All right? And so I'd like you to consider how you can help me ensure that your son has the best year yet here at Rocky Knob. Okay, coming into this new term that'll begin here in the mid-August. I want you to be my ally. I need your help. And here's what I'd like you to do. I need you to contact the president of Cumberland Valley Property Management. His name is Harold Forney. I'm going to have the contact information in the description below this video. I want you to flood his voicemail box. I want you to flood his email box. I want you to flood his postal box and let him know that you don't consent to this evil of cutting off this family just because they're taking some personal issues with me. I have done some things without their permission, but it's within the jurisdiction that's been given to me, but they don't see that. And I've said some things that they just don't like. But if you talk to your sons, the tenants, the paying customer, that's the proof in the pudding, okay? And so I'm trying to build good relations, and it does take speaking to reality, all right? So I'd like you to, again, call Harold, like immediately. He needs to know this is not acceptable. Call him, email him, write him in the postal mail, and share this video with anybody who has any concern about Rocky Knob Apartments, any opinion. I don't care if it's positive or negative. Get it out there, because Cumberland Valley Property Management, they need the right kind of pressure. There is the right kind of pressure. We're not trying to condemn and cut people off, but they need to be brought to the table, and they're not willing to do that. I've just today spoken with Jerome Cater. He's the former head of security at the university. He's now the security officer here in the Shippensburg Township. And I had Jerome Cater contact Mr. Forney, and Harold says he's going to pray about it. So to me it's pretty clear, but he's not willing thus far, and I need all of you, as many of you as possible, to reach out to him and let him know this is egregious what he's doing, because we're here to serve you and your son. And so go ahead and share this video. Also, I need to know who is available to come here on the property when Cumberland Valley wants to show up in mafia style, because that's what they do. And I want to show a sign of force just with presence. And so this Monday, as things stands right now, I'm supposed to leave here by Monday with my family, and it's just not realistic. It's not just, it's not dignified. And so I'd like you to consider being here and getting as many people, your brothers and your fraternities, to show up here on Monday, this coming Monday, like around 5 o'clock. Supposedly I'm supposed to be out of here by 6, but I can stay in touch with you guys about that update with, I think maybe do a text, but that's really probable, and I'd like to know if you can do that. You can reach out to me, all right? As I close this out, I want you to know I'm available to answer any of your questions. I am available. And then lastly, I'd like you to consider supporting what we're doing, that's a work here in America of resurrecting the right idea of America, and that is the liberty to govern yourself, to do good, never to do evil, okay? I see here at Rocky Knob a microcosm of turning things around that's actually implicating unto our nation. And we are being hurt financially here, and if you have means, financial means, we could use support there. Again, you can call me and talk to me about that. This is not a pressure point, but I want to be candid and open. It's cost me and my family something to get to this point, actually 25 years of clarity, of good governance, and that liberty in America is actually the law to do good for yourself and for others, and I'm getting hammered for that, okay? I do have a family ministry website, which is libertyisthelaw.us, and that'll be in the description as well. You could go there. There's an opportunity. There's a mechanism there to, if you wanted to support us financially or in other ways. But at a minimum, just having communications, that is support, and reaching out to Harold, the president of Cumberland Valley Property Management, because these guys are getting ugly and ruthless, and I have no credibility in their eyes, and there's no reason that I should not, based on my history and my record of pleasing people in my business. So thank you for listening, and I'm hoping I'm going to hear from you guys real soon, and get out those communications, and I'm here for you. Talk to you soon. Bye.